What's up, guys? This video for you from Algebra 2 is on solving quadratic equations where you sometimes get complex solutions. This is the reason why we did the other practice problems. If you haven't done them yet, go back and do the other complex number math, especially the one that tells you what to do when I squared is involved in your calculation. You may have remembered the story about the negative boy who couldn't decide if he wanted to go to a radical party. Yeah, this is where that comes into play again. When you're solving quadratic equations, sometimes the best solution to move forward is just to jump to a formula. In this case, the formula gives us, with a, b, and c being given from 11x squared minus 6x minus 2. All of those go into their spots on the quadratic formula, and then we start to simplify. I want to make sure that I remind you that negative numbers, you should put them in parentheses because you don't want to drop a negative at some random point. And then, this is simple mathematics. I didn't use a calculator through solving these myself. I just went ahead and simplified, reduced, and continued to cross out as I had the opportunity to. Made a math mistake along the way. But when I'm done, I have 3 over 11 plus or minus a square root of 124 over 22. Factoring or simplifying, reducing square roots, if you can factor out a perfect square like 4, square root of 4 is 2, that's what you should do. The question might have driven by real quick. I'm highlighting or circling the quadratic formula. Make sure you've got that somewhere tattooed to your arm or whatever it takes, because that's what's useful here. I wanted to continue to show you more questions because since this solution comes out of the complex numbers topic in Khan Academy, you're going to need to know when you should see I show up. And this next example is one that does that. 7x squared minus 2x plus 3. When you get a negative number inside the square root, we call that square root the discriminant. When you get a negative number inside the square root, you have to use I. And so in this case, I broke the square root of negative 80 down into square root of negative 1 times square root of 16 times square root of 5. I thought square root of 4 at first, but 16 is a factor of 80. Square root of 4 turns into square root of 16 turns into 4, and then 4 and 14 reduced to 2/7. That I put it at the end. Please feel free to rewatch this video at any time. I'm not going to show you everything you need to know out of this one to get you started. This is quintessential Algebra 2 solving quadratic equations types of problems, and you need to know how to do them. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for hanging out to the very end. Go and give the video a like if you want to, and thanks for doing some math with me. Thanks. Bye.